Hey, so I'm sitting here in the car. In fact, I'll turn the car off maybe so it doesn't make so much noise. Now it's going to make a bunch of noise. Hold on. So I'm sitting here in the car. I'm getting ready for Gavin to get out of school, and I just wanted to share my experience today. So today was my group coaching call for the Rock Your Talk and Biz Club. And so I did some meditating early this morning and just thinking about the journey that I'm going on, which is one of living with more joy and purpose and with spirit in every day versus getting stuck in my mind and grinding and pushing. And that was really my tendency and has been for a long time. So meditation is something I added in quite some months back, very sporadically, just for a few minutes a day. A few minutes meaning maybe 10 minutes or so. Now I generally meditate for a half hour or an hour, depending upon how much time I have and stuff. And I say that I'm increasing the time not because I'm getting better, because that's about how long it takes for me to rein in my monkey brain. But long story long, I did my meditation this morning. It was not easy. My brain was already in work mode and yapping mode and critiquing KRISTIN mode. And then I just did a short little kind of getting centered before my group coaching call and cleared the energy in the room. And I just thought, well, I'm just going to speak from my heart. And I was scared. And it's funny how sometimes when we're really in tune with showing who we really are and being who we really are, how that can feel scary. One of the things that I'm learning to pay attention to and will be sharing through this blog or YouTube channel or whatever this is, wherever you have found this, I haven't even figured that part out yet. But I believe this is probably going to be on YouTube. I'm figuring out for myself the difference between fear, nerves. See, there goes the school bus. Fear, or like nerves, normal nerves and excitement versus like terror or warning signs level of fear. Does that make sense? Like sometimes this big wave of just like, run for your life comes up and you're getting all these red flags that something is wrong. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but so let me back up. What I shared with the group felt scary to me, but not terrorizing. So I shared with them anyways that this journey that I'm on, that I'm paying more attention to being joyful and paying attention to what feels like terror or intense fear versus, or resistance versus excitement and nerves, and how that lesson that I'm going through is also helpful in the coaching and consulting world. Because sometimes we're given a strategy or an idea to take on and we feel resistance or we feel fear, and how do we navigate our way through that? So one of the things that I was saying to them is that I've been paying attention to just stopping and listening. So fear doesn't mean don't do it. And it doesn't mean push through the fear anyways, do it fucking anyways. It doesn't mean that either. Contrary to what I usually do, which is just shove myself through the experience, white knuckling it. What I'm doing anyways, differently. What I'm doing differently is saying, what is the fear about? And what if I could address what that is? So sometimes the fear for me is the way I'm approaching an activity. So it doesn't mean don't do the activity, but the way I'm doing the activity doesn't feel good. And sometimes it's that you shouldn't do something at all. So the really cool thing, it's like we're in a rabbit hole here, because I was feeling fear about sharing that message with my clients. Then when I shared that message with my clients, it was this really amazing experience because we had this beautiful coaching session today. And, you know, it's all, everything is energy, man. I feel like such a fucking hippie right now. I'm annoying myself. But everything is energy, man. I don't know what else to say. It's like, if I shut down, right, and I try to show up on the coaching call as a certain kind of coach that I think I'm supposed to be, I'm blocking the flow of energy. So the fact that I was open and I shared with them, even though it was the conversation was a little out of the box, what it brought out in discussion was really brilliant questions by my clients, and they're being open, and this really kind of just different free flow energy in the call. Like usually I'm just running through everybody's coaching questions. And this was more like somebody said, well, would you just talk on this topic for a while? And then other people were like, yeah, that would be really cool. And it was almost more like an impromptu training. It just was different. So when I'm open, other people are open or not. That's their prerogative. But really, gosh, can you see how like beautiful the sky is? It was raining earlier. Just, anyways, it's clearing. When we're open, really magical things can happen. You know, you can feel fear, or you can not understand an idea that's being presented to you, or you can feel nerves around trying a new suggestion. But just staying open. I always go back to Shoshin, which is the Japanese word for beginner's mind, right? Which is like, this moment is new, today is new, this topic is new, this conversation is new, which is so hard to do with, for like me and my husband, we've been together for 13 years, you know, it's hard to not just go button, 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 right? Memory, 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 and just go, hey, you know what? This is a new day with new potential. Even like yesterday, this whole last week, this weekend, we just had the most amazing weekend as a family. And still to wake up today and go, well, today is a brand new, beautiful day with even more potential, right? Anyways, I'm rambling, but I just wanted to share how magical today's group coaching call was, because I took a chance on sharing, being kind of vulnerable, sharing something, my own personal journey with them, and inviting them in a way, in being more joyful and open, and checking in on their energy and what things feel good in their business, and where are their buttons getting pushed. And then where the buttons are getting pushed, we don't just say no, but we look and we question and we say, you know, what is that about? And how could I approach this person, conversation, business strategy with joy? Is that possible? And if so, what would that look like? You can get some really, like, now I'm starting to tear up, like, you can get some really cool, magical answers when we remember to do that. Now, look, I'm a feisty little Irish American chick, so I can get my hackles up like the best of them, but when I'm breathing and being mindful, you know, really great things happen. So there you go. That was my Monday, and I can't wait. Gavin will be getting out here in a couple minutes, and we'll have an amazing afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.